from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen going to go to the air right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Credit the tackle to Juan Thornhill. This defense for the Chiefs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Allen off the play fake. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The kick by Bass is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Touchdown! Gabriel Davis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. They have him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 17-0 our score after 1. Running for it, here's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Yellow, yellow. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Butker's kick here is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3rd drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. Now it's Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better.
And oh, he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Cook. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. On play action, Allen. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down, and the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Well, that is now his fifth interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports from the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play fake. Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Dancing to his left. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Butker's kick here is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 92 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now here's Mahomes. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Allen now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, and Cook has it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. Buying time to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, and my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Gregory Rousseau in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
it certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Bills, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.